First, we start with politics, where President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi attended the closing ceremony of the 4th edition of the World Youth Forum in the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh, where he confirmed that youth are the future, hope and dream, reiterating that Egypt has become a meeting point of all civilizations. Let's have a closer look.
President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi attended the closing ceremony of the 4th edition of the World Youth Forum in the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh on Thursday. Addressing the ceremony, President el-Sisi confirmed that youth are the future, hope and dream, stressing the significance of the big value of difference among nations in culture, norms and religions. The President said future is in front of youth and they shouldn't be frightened or afraid. He noted that the past days were a good opportunity for youth to communicate, interact and exchange views, adding that the WYF has become an important dialogue platform. The head of state reiterated that Egypt has become a meeting point of all civilizations. He announced the year 2022 as a year of civil society and directed the WYF administration to form youth groups to prepare for the upcoming COP27 summit in Sharm el-Sheikh. The President further instructed the WYF administration to establish a dialogue platform between Egyptian and world youth. President el-Sisi stressed that the state aims to achieve peace, stability and development. The President affirmed that the world is in a bad need to save the human conscience and strengthen nations' determinations with the aim of achieving reconstruction and development, calling for ending disputes. He stressed that Egypt works for the sake of realizing a better future for the coming generations around the globe, as Egyptians since early eras have dreamt of building the human civilization and attaining peace and love in the whole world. President el-Sisi called Almighty God to prevail peace and justice for the globe for a more safe world. The head of state finally sent messages of brotherhood and love from the precious land of Sinai to the whole world that reiterate that Egyptian youth have determined to exert utmost efforts for the sake of achieving prosperity for the whole humanity. During the 4-day forum, which was held under the theme Peace, Innovation, Development, delegations from 196 countries probed effects of COVID-19 pandemic, climate change, social protection, human rights, technology, climate change, and the future of energy. During the forum and discussion panels, youth were joined by decision makers, leading thinkers, and writers. The World Youth Forum has become a leading platform for dialogue and communications and a space for exchanging visions among youth from all over the world.
Ahead of the closing ceremony of the World Youth Forum, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi met with a number of foreign reporters. In his dialogue with the attendees, President el-Sisi asserted that the community integration is the only means to achieve stability. The President called for achieving stability and security in Libya and Sudan through political resolutions and pointed out that the Arab region should step towards progress and development. Concerning the Ethiopian dam dispute, the head of state affirmed that Egypt seeks an obligatory and fair settlement for the issue and asserted readiness to cooperate with all 9 basin countries in a way that preserve Egypt's water share. He noted that the state has been working for the past 5 years to expand the country's water resources. Meanwhile, President el-Sisi expressed keenness on curbing negative impacts of communication, means and media. President el-Sisi called for raising awareness for youth to face extremist ideologies. The President pointed out that Egypt is a state of law that provides freedom to all citizens and rejects all aspects of terrorism and extremism. He emphasized that utmost efforts have been exerted for organizing the upcoming climate change summit. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi attended on Thursday the graduation ceremony of new batches of the National Training Academy during the 4th and last day of the World Youth Forum at the Sharm el-Sheikh Conference Center. A documentary film was performed during the ceremony on the activities of the Academy and its programs for qualifying youth in several sectors. A number of graduates stressed the importance of the NTA role, which helped them to create new partnerships with a number of international institutes and academies that provided them with huge experiences in several domains. The graduates vowed before President el-Sisi to work in intensive and comprehensive way to reach all goals of Egypt's sustainable development. Executive Director of National Training Academy, Dr. Rasha Raghib, pointed out to the significance of the decision to establish the NTA, which she said reflected Egypt's will to invest in youth. She added that the main target of the academy is to provide new leaders in all specializations and domains. In his address before the gathering, the UN representative for industrial development reiterated that the youth participating in the forum are capable to present solutions for all issues facing the world and to achieve the targets of sustainable development. Meanwhile, two of the participants reviewed what has been achieved during the 4th edition of the World Youth Forum and praised efforts exerted by youth from all the world with the participation of 10 international institutions. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi followed up the developments of the tragic accident in Ashmoon. President el-Sisi ordered to support the victims' families and provide them with all their needs. High-level sources said that after the accident, immediately the president gave his directives to Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli the most suitable solutions, which was to establish a bridge to the residents of the area to facilitate the move of the citizens and prevent such accidents. And moving to economy and business news, where Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli reviewed a report on global economy horizons released by the World Bank and shed light on a number of positive indications of the Egyptian economy, noting that the country's economic growth grew faster than expected during the fiscal year 2020-2021. In its report, the World Bank said that Egypt's positive economy indications came as a result of the government's success to contain inflation and also after a remarkable increase in Egyptian expatriates' remittances. The World Bank raised its future expectation on the Egyptian economic growth by 1% to reach 5.5% during the fiscal year 2021-2022, citing an increase in foreign investments in addition to the government's plan to expand the use of advanced communications and information technology, and also the country's plan to improve the tourism sector. Minister of Finance Mohammed Maid said that the Egyptian economy is on the right path, granted several confidence from global funding and rating institutions that represents the fruitful National Economic Reform Program adopted by President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and supported by the Egyptian people. Maid said the Economic Reform Program boosted the construction of Egyptian economy while facing challenges and confronting repercussions of coronavirus pandemic. In his remarks on Thursday, the minister said the World Bank rose its forecast for growth rate in Egypt to 5.5% by June 2022 in the Global Economic Prospects Report, which reflects the state of economic stability and positive outcomes of developmental projects that boosted economic growth and improving living conditions of citizens as upgrading services offered to them. Egypt's stock market indices collectively declined on Thursday, being affected by selling operations by Arab and foreign investors. The main EGX 30 index lost 0.4%, the small and medium EGX 70 index lost 1.18%, the more expanded EGX 100 index lost 1.14%. The overall transactions and dealings within the session reached £2.1 billion.